Hello everybody, Team Tech here, back at it again with my awesome camera holder product that I showcased in my Cosmo Artifact Without Demise deck profile video / test hands. And now, I'm going to be showcasing you guys my Monarch deck. And guess what? We're not running GOFU! We're not running GOFU! That guy's getting hit. I'm not sure if he's going to get limited or banned, but if he's getting limited, then I'll throw in the one copy of GOFU. If he's getting banned, then you flat out can't use him. But he's probably going to get limited, but I'm waiting for that to happen so I won't build the deck to kind of rely on GOFU, and then I end up disappointing myself in the process, and I end up getting salty, and then I end up hitting my opponent with a beer, so I can just win automatically without any other things after that. But yeah, I'm not running GOFU. At least not yet. GOFU would be a nice card to run if I wasn't so afraid of it getting hit. Like, I'm just too afraid of that card getting hit to even be excited and make my deck GOFU reliant and GOFU turbo spammy, and then GOFU gets in and I can't do that anymore because then I'm going to get upset. So let's get started. Enough rambling. Triple Erebus, because Erebus is just an amazing card in general. He's non-targeting removal from the field, and he's a 2800 beat stick by himself. So that's always really good. Then you play the one copy of Aether. Aether allows you to get free access to Karaz, and on top of that, she can be tributed out on your opponent's turn. So that's always really helpful. And yeah, Karaz is just really good for being able to pop your own cards and allow you to get some free draws, or pop your opponent's cards if it's really necessary. And I mean really necessary. But anyways, two double Karaz, and then triple Vanity's Fiend. I always max out on this guy. I don't care we're in a true Draco format. This guy locks down everything else aside from true Draco. But I do play him with his cousin, Majesty's Fiend. I've considered dropping Vanities to 2 and putting in the second Majesty's Fiend. It just doesn't work out for me. I'm keeping triple Vanity's Fiend here because I'm playing Hour of Darkness. And you could banish one Vanities out of the 3 and afford to do that for Hour of Darkness. So let's get on to the next part of the video. Those are 10 tribute summon monsters, I believe. Yep. Then you play 8 ways to get them out. 3 Adia, 3 Adios, triple Mithra. Some people don't like the third Adios, and I can kind of understand. But since you're playing Hour of Darkness in the deck, in the 3s, in the 3s, you kind of need to have that third Eidos in there just because you're playing Hour of Darkness in the deck and you're not running GOFU. If you would run GOFU, then you can bug Eidos down to 2, of course. But if you want to run GOFU, I suggest taking out double Mithra and 1 Eidos. If you really want go triple GOFU in here that bad. But I'm just telling you, you're going to ruin your life by doing that. I'm waiting for GOFU to get hit to 1 so I could bunk out 1 Mithra and put in GOFU. But technically, this card is good too because you can banish Adios when there's no more Adios in your deck, summon Ada, and then you can special Mithra from deck off of that. So that's really cool interaction you have with all 3 of these. These are 8 ways to get to your monsters, and then we have 2 ways to get to Ida, which gets to these. So that's 10. And before we even start the rest of the spells, those 2 ways are 1 for 1 and Rhoda. 1 for 1 is just an amazing card when it comes to tutoring out your Ida automatically, and Rhoda can search it. So, 2 ways to get to Ida, and which is 8 ways, which you're going to be getting the 8 ways to get to these 10 tribute summon monsters. So, basically, it's ratio-wise, I like the 10 to 10 ratio. 10 tributes, 10 monsters that are will serve as tribute fodder. So yeah, it's really cool interaction you have there. Now I'm gonna try to hurry this up a little bit because Zodiac stream just started, and I want to watch that because my man House of Champs is gonna try to summon Zark, even though he's probably not gonna Zark ever on camera, live camera anyway. But yeah, we have triple domain, triple tenacity, and normally I run triple return, but I bugged it down to 2 for this format. Man, I love to run 3 of this card, but it's just not worth it this format. You can afford to run 2 now. I bumped it down to 2. It's better at 2. Just run it at 2. And then you run the 1 March. I don't like March at more than 1. It's one of those cards that if I see it at 2, it aggravates the living shit out of me. Like, it's OCD for me. Like, you know how people have OCD in real life and they're obsessed with something being done a certain way? And this is basically how I am with my card ratios. Then you have your Panthesium and Stormforth. Panthesium and Stormforth is like just so broke. That's why these cards are never coming off the list. They're either going to get erratas, which I doubt it's going to happen because they're at 1, both here. Because they're both on the list, not on the ban list. I mean, let me rephrase my words. They're both not banned here, and they're not banned at the OCG either. So, yeah, they're not getting errata. They're just going to flat out stay on the list. Triple Alloy Darkness in order to increase your consistency ratio. Triple Foolish Burial Goods. And the 1 Metalphos Fusion. If you guys watch Team King of Games, you know what this is doing in here. And double Prime Monarch. And normally in my last build that I didn't profile on the channel, I only ran 2 goods. I'm running 3 now because you have so many things you can pitch to the graveyard with this. Metalphos Fusion. Dump Metalphos Fusion, goes back to deck, you draw a card. Prime Monarch, sent from deck to grave. Banish a Monarch spell. Bring it out in defense mode. Tribute. You got your level 6 Majesties or Vanities or Karaz right there. You have your Panthesium with the Monarchs. If you put your Metalphos Fusion from deck to grave, you can simply just put your grave back into deck since you sent it there with Foolish Burial Goods, and you get to draw another card. And that's just so helpful, man. And there's something in our side deck that we can send to the grave with Foolish Burial Goods with as well. As you guys saw, I'm not running Foolish Burial in this version. Foolish Burial, when I played it, it bricked me. When maybe some other Monarch players that play it doesn't brick them, but when I play it, personally, for me, it's a brick. It's never been one of those cards that tutored out in my favor. And when I did get it, and I didn't have, it's one of those cards that you need to have it at a certain time for it to be super good. If you don't have it at that time, it's basically going to be like a decent but pointless card in your hand. I don't like pointless stuff in my open hand. Then for your side deck, you have triple Ghost Ogre, triple Droll and Lockbird. These cards are just absolutely phenomenal right now in the meta. Just try to get it in more of the light because I know it's a little dark here right now. But yeah, these cards are just so amazing right now. And triple Twin Twisters, because Twin Twisters is just great against True Draco. It's great against that Trickstar burn nonsense. If you guys saw my video about trash talking Trickstars, you know how I feel about the deck. You know why I think it's trash. You already know why I believe that the deck is going to have anywhere from only 3 to 5% dominance over the entire meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's that simple. It's not doing anything. But you still got to prepare for that Drone Lockbird and that infinite burn nonsense because they can burn you quick if you're not prepared for it. That deck is going to pry off of people not knowing how to beat the deck, not knowing how to lock it down. I know how to lock down any deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I got your back. And you guys can also go check out my Trickstar discussion video with the Drone Lockbird monster itself as the thumbnail of the video. Yo guys, I believe that's a 25-26 minute video I did talking about strengths, weaknesses, why the combo is not all that, basically, and why the deck is not that good and why it's so easy to stop, and me going through all the different tech cards that you could run to stop the Drone Lockbird FTK/lock. I call it an FTK because if you get hit by that, you're basically done. But yeah, you guys can go check that out right after you finish watching my video. So now I'm going to be showcasing you guys the last 6 cards. Double Slumber, and literally 1 copy of every good kaiju for this format. Like Kaiju Slumber is that card I was talking about. You could send it with Foolish Burial Goods, and during the following turn, you can banish Slumber, get a Kaiju search, Kaiju over Masterpiece. Like, it's that simple. It's just so consistent in this deck. And you guys know how I like to run my goods and my fusion and my heralds, but I had to borrow those cards out for this deck this time because I think I'm going to be rolling with Monarchs, so my locals this time. So now I'm going to be showcasing you guys some test hands with the deck. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got some more light in this place, so now I'm going to be showcasing you guys my test hands of the deck to show you how really consistent this deck really is. I mean, by nature, Monarchs brick every now and then, but this doesn't really brick that much. But I'll let the test hands speak for themselves. I'm going to be doing 5 test hands today, so you guys will be able to stay tuned for that. Let's cut the deck for good luck. Mwah. Eidos, Erebus, Domain, Ada, and Panthesium. I believe I do not need to explain how broken this hand really is. Just this alone got you Erebus, but now you have Ada in your opening hand with Panthesium. Yep, this hand's good. This hand's good. If I have to give it a score of 1 through 10, I say like a 8.5 out of 10 because you could have just drawn Ada instead of Eidos, and you don't technically want to draw Panthesium in your opening hand. I mean, you could just Panthesium, Domain, draw 2 cards. Let's see what would happen if you did that. 1 for 1, and another Ada. So it wouldn't have been that great of an open hand, but it would have guaranteed you a Domain lock. It would have gotten you that far. So now let me pause this recording yet again to save more space on my phone and time, and just set it up again. Alright guys, we're back with more live test hands. Let's cut again for good luck. Let's see what we get. Got Panthesium, got Erebus, got Eidos, got Ada, excellent, and Domain. Why did this hand look similar? I think we just drew the same hand again. And you guys saw how I cut the deck. I'm not pulling no tricks here. This is live camera. I drew the same exact hand that I had last time. This is insane. I'm done. Alright guys, so we have 3 more test hands coming for you guys before it's time for me to put the kibosh on this video. Let's cut. Let's see what we get. Eidos? Please don't tell me it's the same hand. Let's see what happens. Isle of Darkness. Oh! We did it! We did it! We got Domain. We got Return. We got Eidos. Domain, reveal Aether, tribute Eidos, summon Aether, Aether effect. Hype! You don't need GOFU! Told you! Send the graveyard, summon Courage, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, search Majesty's Fiend. Because he's just broken. These are 2 cards in our hand right here. Bring that out a little bit for you guys to see. This is everything we got so far. And you know what? We're going to keep going with this. Karaz, pop self, pop return. Draw 2 more cards. Woo! Before we go any further, let's use Panthesium. We're going to reveal Double Tenacity and March of the Monarchs. To lessen complications, let's just say that they would just have us take the March of the Monarchs. Get that March to your hand to guarantee it they can't board wipe you. Now they need a Kaiju. But let's extend a little bit more, shall we? Foolish Burial Goods. Let's put Metal Foes Fusion to the graveyard. Right? Yeah. This is why I decided to cut the Foolish Burial for the 3rd Foolish Burial Goods. And I'm not even going to reshuffle. I'm just going to put the Metal Foes Fusion back into the deck right in the middle. See? No tricks. And now we get to draw a card. Woo! 1 for 1, baby. Look at this. And now let's see our graveyard real quick. We have Prime. We have Return. We have March. We have Aether on field. I mean, what else do you want from this opening hand? This hand's nuts. This hand's insane, brother. Now, the only thing is missing is for Escalation, which I don't run because of bricks. But the only thing that's missing is Escalation, so you can bring out Majesties on your opponent's turn, and they can't monster effect you, period. That's it. Monster effects are done for them. I'll be right back with the 4th test hand video. Sorry about that, guys. Technicality issues. Probably going to go to 20 minutes, depending on these last 2 test hands. So, we have 3 test hands that were quite successful so far. One of them being ridiculous, so let's go. Panthesium. 1 for 1. Domain. Oh, I was about to say, we bricked for the first time in a while. But no, we didn't. We saved the day with 1 for 1. 1 for 1 broken. Ada Eidos. Shuffle it up again. Cut. Erebus, discard domain, get Erebus back to hand. You want to know? Let's do, before we do that, to be ensured that we could get away without having to do that. Alright, let me bring that out a little bit more for you guys to be able to see everything. Bring everything a little more closer. So now we draw 2. Woo! We don't even have to. I'm done, brother. Banish Panthesium. Our opponent's going to get returned to our hand. Because he's going to be like, giving you Stormforth will give you more advantage. Giving you Tenacity will give you more priority. Let me shuffle this in front of you guys, because I don't want to lie to you guys. This is good stuff right here. Activate Domain, activate Return. At this point, you can actually just discard Prime Monarch and get Erebus back to hand. Tribute Ada. Summon Courage, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3. Panthesium, return to hand. Return of the Monarch, search your 1 copy of Majesties from deck to hand. Sometimes I don't even summon him, I just play the 1 copy of Majesties just to like get him off of return. Live cut. Sorry for my shaky cam quality. Karaz is going to tribute these 2. 1, 2. Woo! Check it out. We just drew into the Fiend Brothers, I could say. So I say this hand is a pass because we drew in our power cards. We could technically say we went plus +5 because we have 5 different things in the graveyard we can make use of. And we have 7 cards in our hand and field total. So you could say we went +5 with this hand. That's insane, man. So now I'm gonna pause it one more time so we could do one more test hand for the rodeo. Alright guys, we're going in for the kill. Let's make this last one promising. Let's bring it home to our mothers. Let's cut the deck. I like my spicy cuts. Yeah, don't want shaky cam, but you know, things happen. Alright, let's draw. Hour of Darkness, Forced Burial Goods, Majesties, alright, looking good. Erebus, Stormforth. Okay, so this hand can go both ways. Let's start with the Foolish Burial Goods first of all. I'm going to send Metal Foes Fusion from deck to grave this time. I don't want to send Panthesium right now. I'm not in the position to just be doing... You don't want to know. Sorry for the shaky cam quality. Not my fault. My big arm bumped into the stick that holds this thing up. I'll send the Panthesium. And then I'll just banish Panthesium in order to reveal multiple things. And I'm going to get Domain to hand. So I was technically able to thin my deck down 2 cards. Let me shuffle this live for you guys. Cut. Alright, let's see what happens. Hour of Darkness, draw. Oh, we bricked. Well, technically, yes and no, because technically we could just pass, let our opponent do their turn, and let's say we let our opponent do their full zoo combo. Let's say we're playing against Pure Zoo, right? Pure Zoo's gonna go Dryden plus Hammer Cannon and whatever. I don't care. Next turn, Foolish Burial Goods, cool. I'm going to Stormforth and tribute over their Trident for Majesties. And what do? Nothing. That's why Stormforth is good going second. It's one of the best cards in the deck going second because it allows you to get past multiple types of cards. The only thing that's being competitively played right now at this can out is Masterpiece. Aside from that, this is a broken card, and I understand why it's at 1. So technically, even though in context it's a brick hand, but if you know how to play around with it, you can unbrick yourself very easily. And before I cut off the video, let's extend a little bit with this hand. I'm going to extend the most with this hand because I want to make this a 25-minute video. For some apparent reason. Nope. Shuffle this live. You guys need proof. Nothing happens without proof anymore. And it would suck ass if my opponent actually had the Solemn Warning in order to hit Majesty's Fiend. That would suck ass, but most people don't play Warning anymore. And Warning is just 1 card. But let's Metal Foes Fusion and see what we draw. Ooh. Prime Monarch, not the best, but we still have our Domain. We tributed over Dragon, and now we could just beat over whatever other monster they would probably have. I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, let me know what you think of this deck. Did you like it? Did you hate the fact that I'm not running GOFU? Don't worry, I am putting in the title that I am not running GOFU in my Monarch deck. So, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you'd like me to change with the deck aside from putting in GOFU because I'm not putting that card in. Let me know what decks you may or may not want to see next. Let me know what you think of the channel overall. Please do not forget to click that subscribe button and like the video now. Do that. Pause the video now and click that like and subscribe button. Do that for me. This is Team Tech signing out. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe my videos. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to be watching House of Champs live stream now. Have a good night. Peace.